Hello, everybody. This is Randy the Harmonica Man, the Harmonica Man channel, where we talk about harmonica, play harmonica, and do a little bit of jackassery. Today, we're going to talk about harmonica and music in general, maybe tell a few jokes, and then we'll probably have a little bit of an after party where some of the others can join us. Um, and I will send you a link, provided you give me your email address or something, or I might already have it. But I'd like to introduce you to AKA Mr. Shadow Kitty, Mr. Nels
Hello.
Andersen, and just tell us where you come from and then your background and basically your music story.
All right. I live in Ocean Grove, New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey originally. I've lived here my entire life. And I guess I started playing harmonica when I was a little guy and started carrying it around with me all the time when I was in high school. And I started playing in bar bands when I was a senior in high school. And I doubled as a guitar player, as a lead guitar player, doubled on the harmonica in the band. And that was in 10th grade, 12th grade. I was still a senior. Because the legal age to drink was 18. I started school a year late, so I was 18 when I was a senior. So I was going to school during the week and playing in the band on the weekends. And I got good at it, decent enough to actually do that. And a couple of years after that, I was a full-time harmonica player in a band that did a lot of Rolling Stones and Jay Giles band and stuff like that. So that's where I really because I was just all harmonica all the time. And as I was telling you the other night, when they had songs that didn't have the harmonica on it, there was a saxophone player in the band, so I would double on the trombone, so we had a little horn section. But mostly it was all about the harmonica. And as the years have gone on, I started to get more interested in jazz and not so much in the blues sort of thing. That's when I started taking an interest in playing the chromatic harmonica, and that's what I do mostly now, because don't get too many calls to play harp and blues bands these days. But I was doing freelance stuff for a while, so every once in a while my phone would ring and it'd be fun because I get to play with a variety of people. And that's pretty much my story. I also here, we'll go back. You had the short tour before, but I will have to show you my music room here.
Yeah, let's do that. It's pretty cool how you're doing a chromatic now, because most people go right on the straight diatonic, um, and it's a struggle as it is, much less having extra keys in the thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's a whole other instrument. It took me as much time to get the chromatic harmonica down as it did to play the flute. I guess playing the flute helped a bit, speed up the process. But yeah, you're playing chromatic harmonica. You have to take into account all the same thing with the scales and arpeggios and that you would with a regular band instrument, a regular woodwind or brass instrument.
Right. Yeah, and you would with the other stuff, um, with the other types of harmonicas too. The difference is with chromatic, you can't really you're not depending on bends in things. The chromatic is more straight playing, as far as I understand it.
Straight playing, yeah. If you do a lot of bending, try to do a lot of bending. You're gonna screw the thing up. I did.
Yeah, they're pretty fine tuned.
Telling you the other day, I sent the harmonica back to Honer to get it retuned and rekeyed and everything.
Oh yeah, yep, that's right. Could you tell us basically how many instruments do you play, and what do you do to teach and stuff like that? Could you tell us backgrounds on those things?
Well, let's see. I had trumpet lessons for a couple of years in start eighth to 10th grade, and then I switched over to the trombone because my teacher said that my embouchure wasn't very good because of my teeth. These are different teeth that I had when I was in high school.
Oh,
and when
okay.
I got the caps put in, I told the dentist, I said, "Can you position them like back further so they're more flush with my lower teeth so I could play the trumpet?" So I had two phases of my trumpet playing. There was the one where I was playing off to the side because I had kind of my teeth jutted out a little bit, and then
right.
with the new teeth where I can actually put the trumpet square on my face.
Yeah, and you need a lot of lip service on any reed instrument like that.
Yeah.
And if your teeth are getting in the way and stuff, it's really going to screw you
And
up.
one of the things
Looks
that
like Paul
advanced me.
Camish. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, one of the things that helped put me forward a little bit is my first apartment was over top of the music store where I taught at, and I shared it with the sax teacher. And since we were young and broke all the time, we didn't have much to do with ourselves, so we taught each other how to play each other's instruments. So that was the thing to do. It's like, hey, show me how this works. So I did a lot of self-teaching with that, expanded my range of instruments through connections with other musicians.
Yeah, it reminds me. I tried that with a woman once and wound up paying child support for 20 years. We experimented with each other too.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, did you ever do the old hoboing on a train or wind up in some dive where you had a fight or anything like that? You got any good on the road stories? Because this channel's about some humor and stuff too. So got anything like that?
Oh, I've seen some fights.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm playing in bar bands in New Jersey. Of course, I'm going to see brawls.
Yeah, I've never been, but I'll go there someday.
But when you're on stage though, you see all this stuff going on, and it doesn't affect what you're doing. I had a waitress say to me one night, like, "It's amazing how you guys just keep playing, and even though there's all this chaos going on, it's like, what are we going to do? Jump off the stage and get involved with it?"
Yeah, it's none of the band's business, unless they're coming right directly up to you and trying to pick a fight.
I did have
Stay out of it.
one night where that did happen, and I was playing bass, so I didn't jump in, but there was a couple of guys that I guess they were just out on the town and flirting with the girls and everything. So this guy is dancing with the trumpet player's girlfriend, and this was a big band. It had a horn section. It was like 8 of us or something. And he's dancing before the smoking laws in New Jersey kicked in. So he's dancing. He's got a cigarette in his hand, and he turns around and he looks at the trumpet player, and he blows smoke in his face. So he jumped down over the stage. This was like in that movie, The Commitments. He just dives over the stage. And they're going, next thing you know, the whole horn section is down there. There's this brawl on the dance floor. I didn't get involved because I was plugged in. I had a cord, and I wasn't going to get into that because I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I just stood on stage where the drummer didn't go off because he's behind the drum set. But we're just standing there on stage watching this whole band getting into a fracas. So that was the one time that the band got involved with a barroom brawl.
Yeah, you're lucky. I've been in quite the few, but a lot of the people I played with when I was younger, they were older guys anyways, so they didn't really want to get into it, but I always had friends that was there watching me, and I'd go to open mic nights or whatever, and I'd play with the band, and then somebody'd start some stuff and get into a fight. So, and it happened about once a month at least, and the MPs would have to come in and get me, and then I'd have to explain myself to the first sergeant the next morning, and stuff like that. But Paul Camish would like you to play Shenandoah or Shenandoah. Could you do that?
Yeah, I just figured it out a few minutes before we went on.
Let's hear you play.
Let me.
Can't have a Harmonica Man channel without some harmonica going on.
And I can't have a dry mouth.
Right.
Pause that.
Stop in a second.
Well, I don't want it to go off while I'm playing. My wife's got a microwave on there. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, halfway through it, beep, beep.
All right, Shannon, she mails me a pie.
There you go, Paul.
Yeah, very nice. I've always liked that clean sound of the chromatic. That's why I want to get one really bad, because there's a lot of classical music that I want to play,
Thank
and
you,
it's
Paul.
getting hard on a little 10-hole diatonic.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
I
do
could have
it,
played
but
that on
you
a
know, there's
diatonic
a lot of
harp
bends.
too, but it's a lot more fun when you get to use the button.
Yeah, it is, and especially when you're playing stuff like Flight of the Bumblebee. It's just, you know, yeah, it's one
I
of the
think I'd
hardest
pass out.
songs to play on anything, and so that's my white whale, I guess, that I'm gonna chase and see if I can't get it down pat, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, if people in the chat, you know, if you'd like to invite your friends or whatever too, that'd be nice. And probably after the interview, we're going to have, if it's okay with you, Mr. Shadow Kitty, if we have a little bit of an after party,
That's fine
and
with me.
you know, we can have some folks ask you some questions and stuff like that. And then we might have other guests on. I could probably invite a couple people to talk to us, other harmonica players, if they show up, you know. So, but yeah, there's something about playing harmonica that's unique, and especially with like I had a video out the other day, and what we were talking about is the air column. You know, you're both inhaling and exhaling. So, and your embouchure changes through both of them, and your throat, you know, does whatever it does in different degrees, and your lungs expand in different ways too. And it's, to me, it's a lot harder than playing like a regular wind instrument with just the exhale going out. I'm not sure because I don't play one, but it just seems like you just have more training that you have to do for harmonica to get to be a pro. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the inhaling and exhaling thing. I listened to a thing from Toots Steelman one time that he uses the full column of air from the lungs if it's a longer passage, because you get the full use of the volume from your lungs. But when he's doing really fast stuff, he closes the back of his throat off with his tongue. And if you ever done that thing where you whistle, you're whistling, inhaling, and exhaling, that it's sort of like that, where you have that.
Yeah. Yep. I do that all the
So
time.
that's in and out and in and out and in and out. But that's all just with the mouth, with your tongue blocking off your throat. You're not using your lungs at all with that.
Yeah, that's also with playing fast, and if you don't want to go up and down, you know, the scale and everything, I do a lot like what Jason Ritchie does, and I do a lot of triplets. And here, I got to open up my case here. I got it sitting next to me in the driver's seat. I got to sit in the passenger seat because I don't have room for the computer otherwise in front of the steering wheel. See if I can do this and hold the mic too. So you do a little bit of triplets, but when you're playing really fast or whatever, you do the nuckatucka nuckatucka.
Yeah.
Just, you know, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
The double tonguing and triple tonguing.
And then it just doesn't sound like somebody's just going, you know, like a 5-year-old kid. You can actually and whatever one you slide down to, basically whatever one you want to draw out the note, you can you can stop doing that, and then just bend the note. But that's just an easy way to cheat and play like you're playing really fast without blowing your lungs out. Because I've seen people pass out on stage before, and I'm one of them. I've done it. Of course I was drunk. I'd had a pitcher of beer, and I was in a little place in North Carolina called Our Place, and they came and woke me up because I was passed out up against the wall. I had some shooters and stuff, and I'd had a hard week. So the drink was just getting to me too fast, but they came by and woke me up. Hey, it's your turn to get on stage. So they set me up on a stool and everything, and I played a couple of songs and got into it. But then once I started getting warmed up and playing fast and everything, and I actually the oxygen just went completely out of my brain, and I just went ass over teacups right down on the stage. So
yeah, you hyperventilate.
Not to do that again.
To me with the harmonica, but I've there's been a few times playing the flute where I got pretty lightheaded, and I've had some of my students say that to me. Flute students are like, I feel a little dizzy. Okay, you're hyperventilating. You learned a new word, hyperventilation. Now just put the thing down for a few minutes and let me talk.
I suspect that takes a great deal more wind, too, by the way it looks like people play it to me.
Oh, with the flute?
Yeah, like more volume.
The thing is that you're doing sustained exhale, so you're not really like inhaling and exhaling. You get into this exhaled mode, and then you get you get a little lightheaded.
Yeah, you got to breathe in real quick, and you got to sustain it as long as you can to exhale, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to have the power behind it to whatever note you're trying to express. Excuse me.
So let me show you some of my harmonicas here.
Okay, see you later, Critical Cripple.
Bye, Dave. Oh, hi, Linda. My buddy Linda. All right, so
hi, Linda.
I got one of these Hohner harmonica boxes. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I got.
Piece through music.
Yeah.
So what I did, I've got.
Oh, you've changed the configuration, didn't you?
Slammed this down with my thumb. Yeah, I got here's all the keys. I have all 11 keys.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is my.
You got about 7 of them now.
Yeah, I've got.
You got the brass comb.
It's a aluminum cone. Can you see all this?
It's very blurry on my end. It would have to be steady.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
And there's my Meister class harmonica, my chromatic.
Yeah,
so what
those so bad. Go ahead.
I've got all the 12 keys, and then I got some octave harmonicas, tenors, so they're like an octave lower. So in this case, like this is D. So this is my Lee Oscar. So.
Now, is that a Richter tuning or is that a country tuning?
That's a regular standard Richter tuning.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, and now here's a special 20. This is a D also, but this is an octave lower. See that? It's almost like a bass harmonica. See the regular D and the octave lower. So I have octaves for most of octaves lower. And then in the case of the G harmonica, I got a standard special 20. And a Marine band, this is an octave higher.
Yeah, I can figure about 10 different usages for that right now, just out on a street gig. I can just imagine wailing on stuff like that. And the lower octaves, well, that's just some down home porch blues.
Yeah. So it's almost like, you get down to almost where it's like I think the D is probably the lowest of the keys, the D tenor. That's almost like a bass.
Yeah. Well, the low G, I think the G is the lowest of the standard keys. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And then when you get down below that, D, E.
I know they have low G harps too, and they don't even sound as low as that D for some odd reason, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know why, but I don't know. My memory's shot. I can't remember where I put my shoes.
And then this is my, I have 3 chromatics. So this is my Meisterklasse. That's
wow.
The expensive one. These things are like $600-700 now.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I paid much less. I got mine in the 90s. The one that I was playing Shenandoah before, this is a Herring. It's a Brazilian made, and it's a very, very good instrument. At least as good as or better than a Hohner. And this is the one that you could actually bend on. This is the CX20. This is an octave lower. See, this chromatic.
That's one you were telling me about earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, so like this one here, the Herring, it's just like a standard 12-hole chromatic. Yeah. And this one is an octave lower. So.
Oh wow.
If I want to play this one, so I have to go up in the center. So you can get a little bit of bending out of it.
Huh.
More so than this. And that is my fleet of harmonicas.
Yeah, I don't have many specialty stuff. I had a Janberg, and I didn't really like the way it played. Even though it was ergonomically designed for the human body, it still didn't play like a harmonica because it had, the mouthpiece, the comb was too wide, and the holes were too far apart. So you really had to slide the thing back and forth unnecessarily. Oh, right, yeah. And it was curved, too, so it's not like you can go straight back and forth. You literally had to banana the darn thing just to get around.
Go around like this? Like
yeah. So,
CinemaScope. Remember CinemaScope, yeah, the curved movie theater screens?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was kind of like that. But the only thing I got is that's a specialty harmonica now is, I still got the Janberg, but I have a Seidel Sessions Blues Bender. And
I've been curious about them.
Well, the thing I like about it is once you get to the higher octave, this is why I got it. So you get to the higher octave, and instead of blowing on the reeds and try to bending up and scoop into it, you can bend. Oop. Huh.
Are those
stainless steel?
Those are inhaled notes you're playing?
Yep. Well, I haven't practiced this one in months, and you can tell, but the stainless steel, they're pretty hard to play. The thing I don't like about it is you go up and down in the middle octave, and there's about 2 or 3 of them that's the same damn note. And I think you can blow bend in the middle octave, but it's not really anything special. It's just that they got minor keys where there shouldn't be, and it confuses me. So I just play a regular straight diatonic, and I can just do the same thing with doing it the regular way and just blowing on a higher octave. Yeah.
Yeah, the first position. Exactly. That's like the Jimmy Reed thing.
Yeah. Boy, it's getting hot in here. I forgot to take my jacket off before I did this stream. If I get up, I'm going to lose everything here. But in case everybody doesn't know, this is my mascot for the channel, Bucky, the blues singer, Rubber Chicken. I had videos of him on there before, so might be in the background or whatever.
My mascot.
Yep. And there's the kitty.
With light. Say hi, Shadow.
Little camera shy.
Which is unusual. When I've been on the TMI show, he just invites himself on and runs across the piano. I guess if I was over there doing it, he would probably jump up and muck things up.
Yeah.
I could never get through a piano lesson without him dancing across the keys halfway through the lesson.
Yeah, I hear they're notorious for that. Oh, Morton Nielsen just showed up. How you doing?
Hello, Morton.
Yeah, so for harmonica players and everything, it's pretty fun, and anybody can play one, but not everybody can play one well. It takes an awful lot of not just practice, but instruction, and there's a lot of science behind it also. So anybody out there that wants to learn harmonica or something, I suggest getting a pro to give you a lesson. It's about the best way to do it. I'm self-taught and I don't know shit. So
harmonica is kind of it is a funny thing because, like I had mentioned earlier, that when we were younger as musicians, that teaching each other our instruments, and people that are really, really good woodwind players and really knowledgeable about their music theory and everything, struggling to play the harmonica. And then on the same hand, seeing like a 13-year-old kid pick the thing up and sound like he's been playing for 20 years.
Get myself unmuted there. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Some people just pick right up on it. I did when I started off when I was 5, and then I had a couple of them. Hey, Paul Cook. And then after a while, I lost them, or my parents tossed them out, or something happened. And then, life happens, and then I didn't start playing again until my late teens, early 20s. And then I really started playing when I was in my late 20s, and that's when I started doing pro stuff after I'd practiced for almost a decade learning things. So that's my story. And now I'm here on YouTube. But, Paul Cook, 68, he's a harmonica player too. He was my first guest on this show. So we had a great interview.
Is that the gentleman from the South?
Nope. He comes from Canada. He's a pretty good guy.
Okay, I missed that.
YouTube channel.
Sorry about that, Paul Cook. There's 2 Pauls. Paul Camish and Paul Cook are here. We got 10 people watching. Yay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't even know what the thing is. So.
But I guess I'm one of them, so I don't count.
Yeah, me too. So I think that's usually how it works.
Yeah. There's another funny thing about why you can and cannot play the harmonica, and it's sort of like there's a genetic thing involved. That being able to move your tongue, it's like be able to fold your tongue and roll your tongue back, like touch your tongue with the tip of your mouth. There's one that, like, I forget which one it is because I can do both of them, but one is like 7 out of 10 people can do it, and the other one is only like several out of 100. And another thing which makes it difficult, which I've seen with students, is being able to pucker your lips up where you just get one note. Right. Where some people, they can't get that, that pucker going where they could just isolate one single note.
Huh.
I don't do much tongue blocking. That's a really good technique to be able to do, but I don't particularly do it that well.
Yeah, I don't do it very well myself either. I'm more of a pucker guy. Um,
It's like Toots
yeah,
Thielman is. Toots is my hero. He's my harmonica hero.
yeah, I got a few of them. It just depends on what time of day it is.
Yeah.
You know. Um,
But my
but,
my biggest inspirations on the chromatic have been Toots Thielman and Stevie Wonder. And there's a recording of
mm,
the two of them playing bluesette together. It's like from I think Swedish television. It's like, wow, my two favorite harmonica players playing jamming together. Absolutely phenomenal.
yeah, yeah. Stevie, he's pretty good. He came up with a whole lot of good stuff for chromatic. It's hard to play his stuff too, unless you got that tonality of the chromatic.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to Stevie's tone, it's really just kind of like an extension of his singing voice. He plays the harmonica,
Yeah, I
the
agree.
vibrato and the dynamics and everything. It's exactly the way he sings. So it's just really an extension of his own voice.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
think he
beautiful thing.
tries to harmonize with it, like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in
Yeah,
fact going back to the recording of Stevie and Toots playing together when they were playing bluesette, that he was harmonizing with Toots Thielman when Toots was playing one set of notes and Stevie was doing the harmonies to it. It's just wonderful playing.
huh? Still there? I lost internet for just a second.
I'm here.
Yeah, a semi went by the library and must have knocked the signal out or something. I'm like 20 feet from the highway right now, so this is the best signal in town. So, which is incredibly annoying. But I live way out in the country to where I got a little satellite dish, and if we were to do this out there, I think it might have dropped it a few times just by bad signal, because even a car goes by or something and knocks a signal out, and I can't even watch other people's videos, much less broadcast. So that's the predicament that I'm in. So I might not be doing too many more of these live shows.
So far, we're doing all right.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good. I'm just got to pick a time where the library's closed and I can get the parking spot right next to the building. That works. But any good jokes?
Oh, I know a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, everybody does. Me too. Well, it's like I was telling somebody. I can't remember whose chat that was on. I think it was Lavender Ladies. I told them that I had a dream that I was having sex with a kaleidoscope and it came in all shapes and sizes. And they about lost their cookies over that one.
You know the difference between a musician and mutual funds?
What's that?
Mutual funds eventually mature and start earning money.
Makes sense.
Okay, I'm getting a request for Red River Valley.
Yeah, go for it. I'll mute.
See if I can remember it. Not flawless, but I remembered most of it.
Works for me. Sounds good.
I wimped out. I played it in the key of C. That was really cowardly of me.
No, not really. But yeah, I had my little microphone here. It's an SM57. I'd like to. I
I
had.
used one of those for years.
Yeah, they're really good, but there's no place. I got a little boom arm that you clip to a table, for regular YouTube stuff. and I was just going to have it hanging there and, do something like this and just set tight. But there's nothing in my car to clip it to except for maybe the windshield thing there. It just won't stay put. It just keeps falling right down. So now I got to hang on to the darn thing. So if anybody's wondering why, that's why. But, yep. Yeah, we were talking about the other day about the metallurgy and the different types of harmonica. Do you feel comfortable playing tempered stainless steel as well as the brass?
If that's what you were saying about the reeds not bending as much, is that what's in the Meister class?
I'm not sure. They sound
Yeah,
like brass to me.
I'd
I don't
actually
know.
look that up.
But the difference is, in case in the audience you don't know, brass has a warmer, softer sound because the tensile strength of the softer metals makes it vibrate at a wider frequency like that. So your frequency is just got a wide loop. But stainless steel has a harder temperament, so they vibrate shorter. I mean, it's the same key. It just vibrates at a different in a different fashion, and the brass sounds warmer, and the stainless steel sounds sharper. And it just varies on the expense of the harmonica, and basically the quality and your embouchure on how sharp or how warm, either way, they're going to sound. And a lot of people are telling me lately that they like the stainless steel, but they always go back to the brass because once you get to a certain age, you're not going to play as hard. You're playing more gentle and more accurate, and you just want that warm sound with the brass. Does this make sense to everyone?
That's why it's the material of choice for saxophones and brass instruments. It's why brass instruments are brass instruments, not stainless steel instruments.
Right. Yeah, there's a certain resonance to the metal, and instead of just having a steel pipe will just go tink, and it just will have a horrible sound. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's literally maybe about 1,000 years or more of experimentation with instruments to see which kind of metals and the metallurgy that goes into it actually sound, and that's with all instruments. There's a lot of newly invented ones. Harmonica, for instance, it's only about 150 years old, something like that.
Yeah, and then they were just novelties.
Yeah, and they were
state-of-the-art harmonicas. That's just, geez, maybe in the past 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah, we're learning so much about it. They first started doing different things way back in the 1920s with them and making them sound different for the generations coming out of slavery, and they just figured out how to bend notes a little bit and how to wail on it, and they just had a new style because they were designed for German rumba music, just don't like a tuba or something. And after that, they changed the sound of it. And now there's so much variety of what we have out there, not just the type of harmonicas and the science behind them, but the styles that different artists will actually play. And now in this information age that we have, where more and more people are learning, from different artists galore and getting their own style going. That's what I did. I just have a compilation of all kinds of people I learned from all the time, and I just do my own thing after that. So
there's a classical harmonica player. I think his name is Tommy Riley, I believe, and plays concertos with orchestras and whatnot. His harmonicas, the comb is milled out of a silver ingot. So he's got a
Oh,
solid
wow.
silver. I think the harmonica is something. It's like some ridiculous price, like $5,000 or something.
Holy crap. Just for show, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure silver has a certain resonance, but a player like myself, I'm not going to be able to appreciate or know the difference in something like that. Maybe Tommy
Right.
Riley can, not me.
Yeah, I wouldn't know right off the bat. You could probably tell after a while in comparison, but who knows? I wouldn't even care. I'm just like, okay, does this guy play good or not? And that's about as far as it goes with me. Now, Paul Cook said he's never blown out a brass harmonica yet.
I have.
So have I. I was on stage one time in a little place. Um, I can't even remember the name. Just a tinky tiny town. There's like 3 buildings, and one of them was the bar. And the reed, I was on a draw note, and a reed came loose and stuck in the back of my throat and choked me to death.
No, I've never had one actually pop out off the rivet, but I've blown them to where the draw reeds were out of tune, whereas it sounded more like a car horn or New Year's noisemaker than an instrument.
Yep.
At that point, I give them to kids like, my niece and nephews. Hey, you want a harmonica? Oh, sure. Thank you, Uncle Nels.
Yep, and then they go around annoying people with them for about a month.
Yeah.
It's great.
But I mean, the middle register was fine if you wanted to play first position, but this is back when I was playing in Tumble and Dice when I was in that full-time band, and the majority of the songs were in the key of A. So my D harp, I go through them with the same frequency that guitar players would go through a set of strings. After a few weeks, it's like, okay, this thing's not sounding too good anymore. That was a loud band. It was a loud band, and I was playing loudly.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get out of the habit of doing that to make your reeds last and keep your tonality also, and keep your sound. And I'm a hard player myself, but I try to make it to where I can compensate for those hard notes with a little bit of extra wind going in other places, and just trying not to bend too hard, but let's see. Yeah, answer the chat if you want. Let's see if do you do stuff like this, like show tunes?
Sanford and Son?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it's called Street
You listen to that real carefully. That's a Quincy Jones arrangement, and there's actually a bass harmonica in there too.
Yep. I wish I had one of those, but I think they got 3 harmonicas in the thing. But how are you going to play them all?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it before, but you just got to switch out, and you can't do a bass and then go right straight to a straight diatonic and then actually, not break something. That's an interesting question, Paul Cook. The gold comb would sound different. It'd be nice to figure out, what it would sound like. It'd be pretty soft, though. You wouldn't be able to get away with the reeds being gold. I mean, they'd be pretty pliable and everything, but I think they would be too soft and they would just bend down and then stay there. Gold doesn't have any bounce back to it at all.
There's no resilience to it.
Yeah.
It would make a pretty crappy fiddle, too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I wouldn't want to go into you'll get a shiny fiddle made of gold. Yeah, it's going to sound like crap.
And be really heavy, too.
Yeah.
Just give me a pile of gold and get out of my face.
Yeah. I'll take the meltdown value of the gold and buy myself a nice violin.
Well, I'm running out of things to talk about and share. Kind of want to do a segment while I'm here with everybody that's here. Write me, email me at randallmagley at gmail.com. Your stories for like on the road stories, even if you've just met like a star or something like that and had a conversation. Just make a short story and make it a good one. Not just a few words, but just, I mean, dress it up a bit so it's kind of adventurous, and I will read it on this channel. And I think it'll turn out to be a pretty good thing if musicians come together and start laughing about their stories and stuff like that too, while we're all still half-assed under lockdown. And this is a channel to where we can all support each other. So just, and I don't have a way to get my links to anything on here, but just go to my channel anyways, from the YouTube, and in the actual videos that I play, there's always in the description how you can contact me and all that other stuff. So I'm just, getting this out of the way so we can get to laughing and having a good time. So what do you think, Nels? Do you think it's time to get somebody in and have an after party, or do you want to take a break, or what do you think?
Well, let's see. I would like to try something.
All right.
Oh, no, I said it. Now I'm committed.
Okay, I'll meet.
It's going to take me a second to do this. Tell a joke or something.
Hey, how do you stop an elephant from stampeding? You cut off a stampeder.
Oh.
Works every time.
Can you hear that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now. All right. Can you hear this okay?
It's a little low.
All right. I got it. This will just take me a second. Okay, that's muted.
Did you guys hear the one about the blind prostitute? Well, you got to hand it to her.
Okay, I think I'm ready here.
All right, I'll mute and you go ahead.
There.
Oh, that sounded really nice.
Thank
For those in the chat, I just put my email up there, randallmagley@gmail.com. Email me there, and I will send you a link. I'll get a couple of you in here if I can. This is the free version, so I don't know how well this is going to work first time using it. So, yeah, go ahead and join us, and we can chat. You know, we love talking to other musicians.
Again, I did the wimpy thing. I wimped out a little bit and I read the music.
Oh,
I had that memorized, but I haven't been playing much lately, so some of the things I have to rely on reading again. That was
right.
How Insensitive by Antonio Carlos Jobim. That's the guy that wrote Girl from Ipanema.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember.
So that was my goal, was to play that in the band, but you know, the COVID thing kind of put the kibosh on everything.
Well, right, yeah, everybody's pretty much out of commission. The charts are still going though. I got a cousin who just joined a country band who's like #1 on the charts in Florida and basically spreading across the country. But they come from up here. I don't know how that works, but they got an award-winning song somewhere on, you know, in the country world. Excuse me. Huh. Beans, beans, the magical fruit. Had some for lunch, and the more I toot. Good thing I only got a rubber chicken in here with me. Might get slapped in the head by somebody. But yeah, let me check my email real quick, and I might have to.
You mentioned Brendan Powers.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. I've seen a few of his inventions, and the guy knows his stuff.
I would love to have one of those things with the two chromatics fused together like that.
Oh yeah, yep. I want one of those too. He's got a few things. He's got magnetic harmonicas that slide back and forth like that. Just like the two reed plates are they're kind of like tectonic plates sliding on top of each other.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, in order to just switch the notes, and it's like, wow, this is really weird how he's got that. But this guy, you know, and he's the one with the Seidel power bender too. That was his idea. That one that I got, the specialty, yeah, the blues bender or power bender, whatever he calls it. He did that too. So he's constantly experimenting, and this is all the guy does. He's a genius with this stuff. There's no way that I could figure out any of that stuff. I'm having a hard time still learning. Because I just play by ear. I can't even. I want to get better. Let's just say that I'm working on it in every step that I can. But I'm nowhere near the level of Brendan Powers or like Jason Ritchie or Aki Kumar or anybody like that. You know, those guys are a bit better than I am at playing and more experienced because of it, or vice versa. But yep, I'll let me see. Where do I go? Did it say? I know there's a copy of link here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Invite. And I will go to my. Let's get. Oops. Hang on. I only got one hand doing this, so. There is Linda. With a bit of tea in Danish. I just sent you a link. Let's get you in here. And I'm going to switch screens to. Well, I'll wait until you get it. Let's get some input. Yeah, we are now officially into an after party. We're getting people on here. I don't have any beer to talk about, but I do like beer.
I really enjoy beer.
Oh, let's go. Let's go back to. How's that look?
Linda.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
Hello.
Let's go back to. How's that look?
Linda.
Yeah, you got a little bit of an echo going on there. You got your speaker going or something. I always love that when that happens. It's funny.
Oh, you got an echo over there. Okay.
So what you been up to, Linda?
Not much.
Yeah, same here.
Just doing the TMI show.
I missed the TMI show.
Yeah. But soon you're gonna be on it again.
I hope. Well, I'll have off next Thursday.
Yeah, the 26th. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, go to this channel too. Anybody that's any of my guests that's on here, people go check out their channels and give a little bit of support because that's what we do here on the Harmonica Man channel. We support each other and try to help each other grow, give each other ideas, and hey, Linda, could you tell us what part of the world you're from?
Oh, yeah, well, I'm from Denmark.
Oh, Denmark. Okay, see, I didn't know that. That's way
Hence
cool.
the Danish part. Yeah, it's almost midnight here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm having a beer live. Last time I did this, I ended up shaving my head.
Oh.
That's what I need to do. I'm getting pretty thin there, and it's just about time to where I might just make a video of somebody shaving my head just because it's funny. You know.
It was pretty funny when I did it. We
Yeah,
did it because they were trying to raise money for Angie Dell because her home got flattened by a tornado. So Julie Lavoie said, if we could raise $400, I'll cut off my ponytail. And so I'm get on there. You get $600, I'll shave my head.
And so you did.
Wow.
I
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see the head shaving ceremony?
Okay, whoever
Oh.
you want to join, I just put the link in the stream itself in the chat. So any of you guys want to join, I don't know how many people I can have on here because it is the free version, but we'll give it a shot.
6 persons on the
6
free.
persons? Okay. And I think that's about all we got here anyway. So I can't even find how many people are watching right now. It doesn't show it on my end, which is fine. Oh, there it is right there. 6 people. 6 live viewers, and 3 of them are us. So all the cool kids are here. Awesome. So yeah, I've always wanted to go to Denmark. Well, and anywhere else other than the U.S. actually. Hell, I'd be happy to walk over to Canada from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are almost walking distance, huh?
Yeah,
a long walk.
I can go a couple of counties north or east, and I can see it across the lake, across Lake Huron. you know, or, just take a boat or something up there. It might take all day. But I want to get up into the wooded part of Canada. I do not want to go to cities and stuff like that. Even though I hear they're nice and clean and beautiful, I would rather go see the countryside where there are no
Toronto's
people.
a beautiful city. I saw Toronto once back in the 80s, and it was absolutely. Well, I'm used to when you say city, I'm used to New York City. That's my standard. So when I went to Toronto, it's like, wow, there's a lack of graffiti, lack of dirt.
Huh.
Who just popped in? Oh, Morton.
That's me.
Hi.
Hey, how you
It's been a
doing?
while.
Oh, there you go. I'm her husband.
Yeah, you did that right. Paul, I don't know. This is probably going to go on about another half hour, 45 minutes. Unless we get to laughing a little bit too hard, it might be longer.
You never know.
But you can join too.
So quiet now.
I'd better start my car. I don't want my bed.
Uh-oh.
In your car.
I got an adapter plugged into the cigarette lighter in order to power my computer.
whoa.
So, yeah. It's been an hour now, so I guess I better charge the battery up.
Good idea.
So I don't know how much.
I remember when I was.
paid attention in the chat.
When I was on the road in the blues band, we traveled around in a van, the three of us, with all the equipment in the back. And sometimes we'd have to pull over to the side of the road because you're going a long ways, and you have to sleep in the van because you can't find a room. There's no room at the inn. And like Pennsylvania, Erie, Pennsylvania, where it's like 2 feet of snow. So we'd have to sleep in the van. Somebody would have to wake up after a few hours and turn the engine on and turn the heat on so we wouldn't freeze to death. So,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
good times.
Yeah. I remember those days. And 2 or 3 of us, we'd have like 3 pickup trucks or something. And 2 of the pickup trucks didn't have heat in them. And it's like 30 below zero. And here we are going to a gig like that and have to stop about every 10 minutes just to scrape the windshield off and thing. It was horrible. And in order for it not to steam up, you had to crack the windows just a little bit and keep the cold air circulating and have it the same temperature as air, just so your windshield wasn't messing up, So it was, we were bundled up and everything. And by the time we got to the bar or whatever, they're like, hurry up, unpack and everything. We're like, help me.
Yeah.
Help me. We'd get the bar staff to come help us and everything. We go, stand by the fire or whatever they got going on and get a couple of shots of hot damn and stuff like that in us, before we go on. So yeah, I remember those days. Getting coal all over me, hopping in a coal car, going down to North Carolina and everything from between the Virginias, going down to Georgia and stuff like that. Wind up getting into fights and getting bums try to rob you. Got mugged in the streets of Chicago.
That's classic.
Yeah.
I used to play in North Carolina. Used to play in Ocracoke Island out in the Outer Banks.
Okay. Yeah, that's I think in the northern portion, isn't it?
Well,
I can't remember. They got so many islands out there.
It's the eastern portion, I can tell you that much. We were like out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, they got quite the few islands out there. Yeah, I never played on one of the islands, but I played on Fort Bragg. Opened up for the 82nd Airborne. We did a tandem jump. I played the national anthem, and then the rest of the band came in and got set up, and they actually did their thing while I was eating a whole bunch of barbecue chicken. So sitting next to the general and talking to him about how to stay away from his daughter and stuff at the military ball because he because I'm the harmonica man, and I had a tendency to have a lot of officers' daughters trying to follow me around because of it. So they were getting pissed. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just here to be a soldier. I'm not gonna date your daughter, sir. Good thing, would have sent me to the South Pole Garden and Penguin or something.
Yeah, I myself, I am not real comfortable in the Southlands. It just reminds me of how much of a Yankee I really am. There's a whole different culture down there.
Oh yeah, there definitely is. I had a good time with it, just being on stage and talking to musicians and stuff like that. But as far as feeling safe, I mean, there's people everywhere trying to bum money off of you and following you around, and it's just in the north. I mean, unless you're in a city, that won't happen. But if you're in small towns
Yeah.
and stuff, people just don't bug you. You just go about your business and they just don't bug you.
You know where I felt the safest? And I've had people like, oh my God, you're playing there. Biker bars.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're in a biker, they don't have bouncers. They are bouncers. They police
exactly.
themselves. And so even though like they may be like, badass mothers, you go in there and you are like their esteemed guest. And if somebody comes up to the stage and is talking to you and they come up, it's like, is this person bothering you? It's like, don't mess with the band. They're our guests.
Yeah.
I just noticed something. I kind of forgot a few words in my.
Oh, your volume's a little low.
Oh, it is?
You might want to get closer to the mic or something is all it is, I think.
We're gonna get the mic closer. I just forgot a few words down there in my title.
Anyways, you were saying?
Oh, I was just noticing that I forgot a few words in my title there because of the hurrying. That's amazing. I usually just forget one word. I forgot two this time. So that's a record.
Don't feel bad. I'm an author and I forget all kinds of stuff.
I don't feel bad about it. That's just me. I forget words. So, Harmonica Man, I hope you don't mind, but we both of us kind of shared your link to your channel in some Discord servers that we are on.
I'm still having a really hard time hearing you.
What? That's a bit odd. Can you hear me?
Let me see.
Hey, Linda.
Yeah.
Remember this?
Oh.
Shadow.
Audio.
Shadow. How's he doing?
He's doing pretty well. He's a
Okay,
little sniffly because of the cold weather.
Oh. He's got a little cold.
Yeah, he gets a little sneezy.
Oh, yeah.
I keep him in when the weather gets.
How about
Freddie?
Freddie? Yeah.
He's a pain in the butt.
Does he sneeze normal or does he say catch-you?
But don't.
Yeah, I love animals, but I just don't let.
Yep.
Whoops.
Harmonica Man is frozen.
Cleaning
Yeah.
up the fur and all that. And I don't fear it. Huh. Yeah, something happened there, but I got a full signal now.
I don't mind cleaning up the fur in the raw form, but I don't like the pre-digested form of fur.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And that's a regular occurrence around here.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There's been a few times that I've been laying in bed asleep and I hear him on the bed ready to hack up a fur ball, and I only have enough time to like aim him. Like, no, not on the bed.
Right.
Aim him towards the wastebasket and hope he hits it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs with their shedding, they're just as bad. You come home at the end of the day and you look around and there's dust bunnies made of dog hair all
Yeah.
around, just everywhere. So you got to get the vacuum out just about every day. So, but you love them, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My dad had a little, those little curly-haired dark poodle dogs. They're
A
not like
toy
a
pool?
yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of those when I was growing up, and I think his name was Pepper because he was a black dog, real curly hair, just adorable as hell. My dad taught him to go sit on people's feet for attention, and
Ah.
one time, uh, one of my uncles came from Indiana to visit, and my dad's the youngest of 14, so he's got a lot of brothers. Um, so his brother comes up and has brand new snake skin boots on, and he said, "Okay, Pepper, go sit on his feet, get some loving." And the dog went over there and sat on his feet, and then my dad says, "No shit," and that poor dog got kicked. My dad was an asshole. Yeah, he had a habit of doing stuff like that. And it's kind of hard to get a little bit of breeze in here. I don't know if you guys could hear. How's my sound doing? And can you hear the
You sound
traffic in
good.
the background and all that stuff?
Can't hear
Okay,
traffic.
good. Okay. I will have to. Right now, I'm going to turn down the heat. Hotter than a popcorn fart in this damn van. If you don't know how hot that is, eat a whole bunch of popcorn. It's pretty hot.
Oh, by the way, Harmonica Man, you got a donation from the TMI show.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, something's wrong with my
Big
pointer.
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hitting the big times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's
That was
pretty
great
cool.
talking about harmonicas before. I really, I don't get enough chance to talk about them with people. Well, with harmonica players.
Sounded good.
Good.
I like it when you play an instrument.
Thank you. Linda, do you remember the first, when I was going to make my guitar debut on your show?
Yeah.
And I went back and I listened to that 9 seconds over and over, and I laughed my butt off every time because I started playing and then the whole stream just went, and you just see Doorknob head going, ah! And
Yeah.
and then you're going like, something's going terribly wrong. And I watched that over and over, and I was cracking up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you
Yeah, I
guys are
like
doing good now. You even got great graphics and stuff, and the spin the wheel thing. Your show has come a long way.
Oh, I love the wheel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks to Geo Sam.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Geo Sam and the Mega Nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I got some great co-hosts. But they can never replace the original.
Ah. I think about you at work when it's Thursday afternoon and I'm sitting there making xylophone mallets. I'm like, oh, TMI show's on.
Yeah, when I was working, I missed a lot of stuff too. But now I can't work anymore, so yay. It's a trade-off, but now I'm just having a lot of fun. This is pretty fun stuff for me.
This is fun. Before the end of the year, I plan to get a laptop, and I may try my hand at doing a little bit of StreamYard stuff.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I miss hanging out with everybody.
Mm. Yeah. We miss you too.
Oh, I know. We had so much fun.
Yeah, we did.
Kitty.
And I think after we do this, I think I might go grab a beer. Got some
You
change
earned
in the
it.
car here.
That's
And tell a dirty joke to the girl at the gas station. She loves me for that.
Tell us a dirty joke. What dirty joke are you going to tell her?
I haven't thought of one yet. Here's one. Now that here in Michigan, it's going to be deer season. What's today? The 14th? Tomorrow. Tomorrow starts deer season for us. So here is a hunter story. And this is about a bear. This guy, this black bear goes into a bar and says, "Bartender, give me a beer." The bartender says, "Sorry, big badass black bear, we don't serve big badass black bear's beer in this bar." Big badass black bear said, "I'm big badass black bear, bartender, you better give me a beer." Bartender says, "Sorry, big badass black bear, we do not serve big badass black bear's beer in this bar." The big badass black bear said, "I'm a big badass black bear, and if you don't give me a beer, bartender, I'm gonna go tear some shit up." And the bartender says, "Big badass black bear, I am not gonna serve you a beer in this bar." And the bear said, and the bear gets up and walks down to the other end of the bar, finds some woman and just mauls her right to death. And then he comes back and he said, "See, I just murdered somebody. I'm a big badass black bear, bartender. You better give me a beer in this bar." And the bartender says, "Big badass black bear, we don't give big badass black bears beer in this bar, especially when they're on drugs." And the big badass black bear said, "Drugs?" And the bartender said, "Yeah, that was a barbiturate."
Oh, God.
It's been a long time since I told that one.
Oh, we got Shadow.
Yeah, the nightly lap cat routine.
Oh,
He would live on my lap if he had his choice.
yeah. Oh, he's so cute. He's a cute boy.
He's a good boy. It's coming up on Shadow Day on November 28th. That's the day I adopted him. So it'll be Shadow Day number 12. He's 12 years old now. My butt. Purring now.
Yeah, his coat's nice and shiny for an older cat.
Yeah, he's good
Well,
looking.
he licks it enough. And then I get shiny fur balls on the carpet.
Oh, yeah.
Shiny fur balls.
That's what she said.
So there's this bear taking a poo in the woods. And Mr. Bunny comes up and it's like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Bear. Hi, Mr. Bunny. Hey, Mr. Bunny, do you ever have a problem with poo sticking to your fur?" And Bunny thinks, "No, not really." So then the bear grabbed him and wiped his ass with him.
Now you do.
Oh, years ago. Oh, looks like we have Warren gonna join us. How's that working out? Hey, Warren.
How's it going, Randy?
Going pretty good. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, let me get my little creepy crawler. It was a leftover Halloween decoration, but it makes a great phone stand. Got a suction cup on the bottom. All right, now that'll work.
Yeah, Warren is a fellow harmonica player, and we chat quite the bit about it.
Yeah, really enjoyed meeting Randy there, and we played him, Paul Cook, and Cobra J, and a couple, three others. We just kind of got to knowing each other and enjoyed talking about harmonicas, and doing a little playing and cutting the fool. But anyway, how's everybody doing today?
I'm swell. Where are you from, Warren?
South Carolina.
That is a state I have only driven through.
You're lucky. No, I'm just kidding. Actually,
I was saying earlier that I always feel a little uncomfortable in the South because I am really the consummate Yankee.
I spent several years in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, tri-state area. I was up there around Defiance, Ohio, and I really enjoyed it up there. I really did. I was doing tree work back then. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's still pretty beautiful in the north.
You know,
In the
I
summertime.
loved the weather up there. It was, kind of a little drier atmosphere. I mean, down there in South Carolina, half the year it's always wet, rainy. I used to joke. I used to say, I'm from South Amazon, but because it rains so much, and it still does.
Yeah,
What do you
especially
like?
right there by the coast. It's
Yeah.
tropical almost.
Are you by the
I'm
coast?
from, if you're familiar with I-95, I ain't, but just a stone's throw away from exit 141.
Nels Andersen pop ud.
Nå ja.
Oh, looks like we might have lost one.
Oh no, he's just going for a smoke.
Oh,
He turned his camera off. He's still here.
yeah.
Warren, I'm about a half a mile from the Atlantic Ocean in New Jersey, and the humidity here in the summertime is just it's unbelievable.
Oh, I know. But I got the same thing here. Around June, July, holy Moses. It's terrible. I mean, you walk outside, you got your nice fresh clothes on, you walk outside. After about 10 minutes, it feels like you've been wearing the same pair of clothes for 3 or 4 days. They're like sticking to you.
Yeah, that's like August around here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, different areas up down the coast here. It's little different month, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hey, Spooky Bed here is here. Hello, Spooky.
oh, cool.
Spooky.
I'm not seeing it in the chat right now. Oh, there's Spooky. Hey, Spooky, how's it going?
Hello.
By the way, my phone, I can either do panel or do chat. It won't do both at the same time. So
Right,
if somebody hollers at me in the chat, I cannot see it.
right. Yeah. Now I know you had a good joke for us, Warren. I think
Okay.
you told one to me, I think, about a week ago. I can't remember it though.
It may not be the same one, but I got a good one for you. Right?
All right.
Like this one. It's not exactly PG, so caution on that one.
That's all right. This is an R-rated show.
Okay. Old gal walks into the local Cabela's, or somebody told me this. I think it was one of y'all told it to me. Walks into the local Cabela's, and she wants to buy her husband a fishing rod for his birthday. So she goes in and she pretty much grabs the first thing she sees in the fishing rod section. Walks up to the counter and asks the man running the counter, says, "Is this a good fishing rod?" He says, "Well, ma'am, I cannot see it. I'm blind." He says, "But I know everything in here. If you just pick it up off the counter about a foot and drop it, I can tell you what it is and whether or not it's, what you're looking for." She says, "Well, okay." She picks it up. She drops it. He says, "Oh, that's a zip code 209. He says, "Nice little rod there. Great for freshwater fishing, and it's on sale for $20 this week." She says, "Oh, okay, that's good." So she takes her pocketbook out to, find her credit card, and in the process of digging through her pocketbook, it falls off the counter hits the floor. She leans over to pick the pocketbook up so she can get her credit card out. And as she's leaning over to get the pocketbook, she lets out a little toot. She don't think nothing of it. He's blind. He probably won't notice. He might think it was somebody else in line. Anyway, she finally fumbles through there and gets her credit card out. She says, "Okay, I'm ready to pay." He says, "All right, it'll be $26." She said, "Wait a minute. You just told me it wasn't but $20." He says, "Yeah, but the duck call and the catfish bait is an extra $6." I thought that one was pretty cute. Another
I got
one-
another bear joke for you.
Another
Go
one
ahead,
that
Warren.
goes along that same line. If you want to hear it, I'll hook you up with that
Sure, why not?
Stop
one.
it.
Okay. This blind guy,
There he is.
he's going looking for a job. So he stops at this lumber yard
Yeah, he was.
and he walks in there and
The other day.
the guy goes, "Can I help you?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm looking for a job." He says, "What can you do at a lumber yard?"
So I'm gonna have to pop out now. But thank you, Harmonica Man, for having me. Even though my audio was kind of crap,
Okay.
that's why I'm using her mic. And you have the support of the TMI channel anytime. If you need a link shared, just get it to us.
Awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see. Okay, I'll get your avatar off of here then, and then there we go. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Warren, you were saying?
Anyways, the guy goes into the lumber yard. This blind guy. He's looking for the job. Guy says, "Well, you're blind. What can you do at a lumber yard?" He says, "Man, I can identify any kind of wood you got and tell you about where it's from just by smelling it." The guy goes, "Well, okay. I don't know if it's going to do you any good or not, but I got to see this, you know." He says, "Hang on a minute." He goes and he gets a little slab of fresh pine wood. He says, "What is this?" And the guy takes it in his hand and he smells it. And he goes, "That's white pine from South Carolina." He says, "Damn, that's pretty good." He says, "Hang on a minute." He goes and gets another piece of wood and the guy smells it. He says, "Oh, that's pecan wood. That came from Washington." Guy goes, "Damn, you're good." He says, "Hang on a minute." He goes back and gets another piece of wood, hands it to him, he smells it. He says, "Oh, that's cedar from North Carolina." And he goes, "Damn, you're right again. Leave me alone, I'm on the phone." Somebody aggravate me. He says, "Damn, you're good." He says, "I got one more test for you." So he goes and gets his secretary, and he has to walk around and around him like 3 or 4 times. And he just motions for her to stop. He don't say a word. And he says, "What kind of wood is that?" And the guy goes, "I'm not real sure, but as near as I can tell, that's a piece of wood taken from the toilet seat on a tuna boat."
Gross. All right.
Yeah, I knew that one, but I heard it as like, that smells like the shithouse door on a tuna boat.
Yeah, yeah, I cleaned it up a little bit. Yeah, same joke.
Okay, guys, I'll have to go too.
Oh,
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by and having fun with us.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out. And saying hi to Shadow Kitty
It was
again.
good seeing you.
You too.
Yeah, anytime you want to come
And I
on.
guess we'll
that'll be great.
catch each other on the 26th.
I hope so.
Yes.
I'll tune
See
in.
you all then.
All right. Nighty night.
Bye bye.
Nice meeting you.
I got one for you guys. This is another bear hunting joke. I live in the northern part of Michigan, and everybody makes jokes about guys from Detroit, because they're idiots, apparently.
Oh, you're still up, man.
But yeah, I guess this guy, he comes up north here, and he's going bear hunting. He's got his high-powered rifle, and he's sitting on a little knoll, and he's looking down there at the bait pile in the valley, and sees this bear coming along there 7:30 in the morning, nibble, nibble, nibble on that bait. He gets a bead on him, and he shoots that high-powered rifle, and the bear just disappears. And he's like, "Now, what's going on?" There wasn't too much smoke and everything. What happened to the bear? I know I got him. Did he fall down? Did he run off? So he gets up and he's looking around. No bear, no sign of tracks, no blood, nothing. So he says, "Okay, well, I'm going to have to come back out a little bit later, and get more daylight." So he starts walking back, and here comes, tap, tap, tap on the shoulder. And he turns around, and that bear's standing there. And this is a straight, white guy, tough guy hunter. And he's scared. This bear is scaring the hell out of him. He said, "Okay, either I can maul you to death or I can rape you." And Hunter says, "Oh, wow, just can't believe this. Well, give or take a life or death situation. I guess I'm going to have to take the raping." So the bear has his way with him, and the guy's all pissed off. He comes back out there the next morning, had a couple more guys with him from hunting camp, and they get out there and they got all their rifles, and here comes that bear 7:30 in the morning chewing on that bait pile again. And they light it up, and see a little bit of dirt flying, a couple trees falling over, all that stuff, and they're all cheering, "Yeah, we got him this time, there's no way he can escape all this crossfire." And they're all happy and proud, and they're looking around, no sign of the bear. They figured they'd obliterated him or he'd run off. So we're like, "Okay, let's go back to camp." And they started walking back. Pretty soon, tap, tap, tap on the shoulder, the main guy, he's in the back, and the bear says, "Okay, let's try this again. Either I can maul you to death or I can rape you." And the guy's like, "Oh, I hate this. So I don't want to die." So bear has his way with him again. He's so mad, he goes back and he calls to camp, and he calls all his buddies up from Detroit, and they come up with all kinds of illegal weapons. They even got a rocket launcher and everything like that, a bazooka. And they come up, machine guns. And next morning they're out there, and they're leaning over that knoll. Here comes that bear, nibbling off of that bait pile, just a grinning. And they're like, "Okay, let's light him up." And they shoot everything they got, and they're going for about 5 minutes. Earth is flying right up in the air. Trees are falling over, smoke everywhere. The whole half the colony's just tore right apart. They get up and they start cheering and everything. "All right, we got that bear now." And then but they thought they'd obliterated it again, and so they started walking back, and the guy's all proud and everything, and he's hanging in the back, and he's got to walk slower because he took the raping. So he's in the back waddling along. Pretty soon, tap, tap, tap on the shoulder, and he turns around, and there's that doggone bear standing there again. And the bear says, "I'm beginning to think you're not in this for the hunt."
That's pretty good. By the way, what kind of cats that you got? He's awful pretty.
Oh, my cat Shadow. Yeah, he's a good kitty.
Color.
He's like a Bombay Burmese or something. I have two black cats.
Oh, okay. He looks almost a golden brown on camera.
You know, he is, and you see it in the sunlight that he's got this really, really dark brown fur.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was
Effectively,
curious.
he's a cat. Yes. But it is really, yeah, it's a really, really dark brown.
Yeah, I used to have a Seal Point Siamese. She was awesome.
Was it cross-eyed? They have a tendency to be cross-eyed.
No, she had blue eyes and just perfect Seal Point markings. She was pretty good size. She probably weighed 11 pounds.
Yeah, they're beautiful
But she was
cats.
huge. I'm gonna have to mute out.
There we are.
My tenants. I'm about ready to take the 44 Magnum, all of them. Anyways, they don't seem to know when to shut up. But anyways, no, that was a pretty neat cat. I had her back when I was about 18. She lived to be, I want to say, 14, 15 years old.
That's a good run.
Finally died of old age. She was a good
Yeah.
cat, though.
Anybody want to come in? The link's right there in the chat.
So I guess I missed the playing section of it.
Yeah,
We did a little bit.
I played a couple of tunes. Did that sound all right with the backing tracks that I was playing with? Was it balanced?
Yeah, it sounded pretty good once the backing track was turned up a little bit. It sounded pretty leveled out.
Good.
So it was good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a hard time with that too, so I got a Bluetooth detachable speaker, and I usually just put it right next to me or something, so I and the speaker can both project at the same volume towards the microphone. It's the only thing I can do.
I don't use nothing but my phone. Of course, I've got a little Fender amp that I use a lot of times, and I've just learned where to sit it so that it comes out decent, and it actually works out pretty good. I don't know if y'all watched any of my videos or not, but the voice and the music background usually comes out pretty close together.
Yeah, I watched quite a few of your videos. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
No, I mean for no more than what I'm
tonality.
using, just a phone and a little Fender amp. A lot of times I only use the amp, but if I'm after just a certain sound, I'll turn the amp on.
Oh, something's going on. Freezing up again. There. Looks like it's good to go now.
Oh, okay. Must have been just a little glitch.
Well, I think I'm going to try to do this. Seeing how this is working, I might try to do this on Saturdays, around 5 o'clock, and see if I can't get other guests on here like this. Seeing how this is working pretty decent. And we got Paul Cook. He can't join us tonight, but he probably will next week. So,
yeah, he's the one sent me a text message. Said, "Hey, come on over there," and I happened to catch that. I done forgot about it because I remember seeing your notification, but I kind of forgot about it.
Happens.
Yeah. I'd like to do more streams with you.
Oh, good.
Paul's good guy. I like him. I tell you what, he's straight up. There ain't no doubt about that. Paul is straight up with you. Something don't sound right, he'll tell you. He's a good guy, though.
But hey, Nels, we were talking about just doing. What were we talking about the other day about having you on steady? We might have.
Oh yeah, doing a collaboration.
Yeah.
That could be a lot of fun. Put a candle under my butt and make me practice more.
Yeah, I need that too. Right now, I'm writing 3 books, and I'm overwhelmed, and I'm trying to grow this channel too. So.
Wow, doing 3 books at one time.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to cut a couple of them out. I guess there's too much research.
I think I get confused.
Well, it's what you
I'd
do.
have
You
learned
you
from
get
one book and another book, and then I go, wait a minute, that ain't right, and I swap them all around.
well, you get blocks of time. You just concentrate on one thing at a time.
Yeah,
You have one day to think about the one story or whatever. But yeah, I have fiction and nonfiction coming out here, and I'm trying to get stuff done by April. And then the one book probably isn't going to get done for about 5 years. Trying to make it a masterpiece.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and get busy and start writing the words down to older songs that I really like, so that when I go on panel or something, if I can't remember the words, I can just flip the notebook open and I got them.
Right.
I went over to Shimmer Souls live, and she does a thing where everybody just comes up and either sings or plays, and it's a lot of fun. Really fun over there.
That's kind of almost like a karaoke thing or open mic night,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is.
I'll have
Except
to get on there.
it's more like open mic.
Yeah. Now that I can do this, I can get on there and try it.
Yeah, your internet's working great now. I ain't got no buffer nor nothing.
Yeah, I'm at the library sitting out in front, so in my car. It's the only way I can do this, apparently.
You know, Warren, you mentioned writing down lyrics so you know them.
Yeah.
I had a gig one time at an Elks Club, and somebody requested the Green Grass of Home, which the singer had this big book with all the lyrics of stuff that he didn't really know. So he had this thing on a music stand, and he's reading the lyrics, and all these Elks Club people are dancing cheek to cheek and being romantic, and somebody thought it'd be really romantic to turn the lights off. So now he can't read the lyrics. So the whole time he's just making up his own version of it.
Oh, making up new lyrics. Oh, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, right off the cuff, like
it comes out hilarious when I do it.
It was good.
Yeah, I've done a few night gigs like that myself. And you know, the thing that I found is those little LED lights with they're on a stem. You can clip them to your music board, and then
yeah,
just
like
put them down like a little book reader. Yeah, they're like little book readers.
Clip on your hat. They work great on top of a book. They do.
Oh yeah. I used to have some of those Christmas lights that you put on the porch. You know, they're just the inline lights. They look like I don't know, kind of like a tube flashing. I used to have one of those, and I plug it in or whenever, and I just stand up there and wave it around and stuff, and people go crazy. I used to do all kinds of dumb stuff, running through the crowd and throwing rubber chickens at them, and stuff like that. I was at a conference, a business conference down in.
I'm gonna mute out for a second. I'm here.
About, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember, but somebody showed up, a friend of mine, and she was showing everybody. She brought a rubber chicken along, and she's like, "I got this from the Harmonica Man." Hey Warren, your mic is off. But yeah, I forgot all about that. But yeah, she kept that rubber chicken for about a decade. She had to show everybody where she got it from, seeing how I was there being a speaker and everything. Because I also do public speaking, and
guys, I got to go and take care of some stuff. I'll be back if y'all still here.
Well,
I appreciate y'all.
I'm probably going to end this here pretty soon. We've been on this for a few hours now.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. It's down to 35%. I'm kind of like wondering if I should recharge it.
So, if it gets bigger at another time.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I did too, but unfortunately, I got crap. I got stuff I got to take care of here.
All right.
I don't like to use profanity on air, but anyways, enjoyed it, guys, and looking forward to the next one.
All right.
Warren, nice meeting you.
Hey, you too, man.
I take care, Warren.
All right, I'm gonna duck out. we'll catch you later there, Randy. And Shadow Kitty, y'all take it easy.
You too.
All right, and
What a
and
nice
I'm going.
guy.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Really is. Me and him had a conference call one time. He called me up, and then he had another friend on there, and we were all in 3 different states, and we were all getting drunk, and we were all telling stories and BSing and laughing till about midnight. And so it was pretty fun. Don't know why
Yeah.
we're possessed to do that. We're just, hey, let's have a conference call. We're all drinking beer. Like, all right. So we did. But okay, I'm gonna wrap this up now. Paul, I guess you're the only one left in our chat. Everybody, you know where to go. So
Well,
I guess I don't
I
gotta
got
advertise.
6 people viewing,
Oh,
so
do
that
you?
means that there's at least 4 people hanging out.
Oh, nobody's saying anything now. Yeah, I got 5 on my end. So that one person might be me. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. Everybody have a good night. And Mr. Shadow Kitty, do you have anything that you want to shill, like channel or anything, or?
No, nothing offhand, no.
Okay. Oh, hey, Spooky. Yeah, you're still here. Okay. I'm gonna end on the usual note, as everybody, have a good time, treat each other nice and cool, and support each other. Be safe, and as always, remember,